What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today I am bringing you the top Pokemon card auctions of the week recap. In all honesty, folks, there wasn't a whole lot of modern auctions that came by that were really that interesting. We have a couple here to show you, but a lot of this is going to be vintage stuff. We're going to talk about Level.X cards this video, and the crazy premium prices they're going for, at least some of them, as PSA 10s. That kind of blew me away. We're going to talk about a few other interesting sales, so stay tuned. You're really going to enjoy today's episode. Folks, please consider supporting the channel by being a member. It's only 99 cents. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't want to do that, you can also use my eBay affiliate link in the description below. If you do any shopping on eBay, it also supports the channel as well. Alright, so you all are no strangers to the auctions of the week recap. Let's get started here with just a couple of modern auctions. Starting off with the Moonbryon VMAX in PSA 10, slipping a little bit this week. Just a little bit, as we saw a sale of $651. So, just a little backstory on this card. If you're not aware, this card was selling for over $1,000 not that long ago as a PSA 10. It's been slipping from week to week. It went from $900, $800. This week we saw a sale of $651. Now, we have also been seeing other sales that have gone for more than this, but this is the lowest price I've seen this card go for in auction in quite a while, so we will keep an eye on it for sure. And then here we have a BGS 10 Black Label Pikachu Precious Collection Box promo card. There's a lot going on in this card. Lots of Pokemans there in the background. This card sold this past week for $4,100. And like I just said, that's about it for modern. There wasn't a whole lot this past week, so let's jump into some vintage here. Starting off with this first edition Snorlax Holo from Jungle Set in PSA 10 that sold for $3,550, which is relatively low for this card. That might have something to do with the fact that the seller has no feedback. I was looking at the bid history and all that. It looked fairly legitimate to me. I don't know. But if someone did manage to nab this card at $3,500, they got themselves quite a steal. Here is a first edition PSA 10 Dark Charizard Holo from Team Rocket Set. So a subscriber, at least I think he's a subscriber, reached out to me and said, "Hey TTP, I bought this card, would you feature it?" So here it is. It was listed for $4,499, but had a best offer accepted price of $4,100, and it is a very good looking example of this card. Very new cert number on it, so congrats, buddy. You got yourself a very beautiful card. Here from Neo Discovery Set, we saw a PSA 10 First Edition Houndoom Holo that sold for $898. We saw this Reverse Holo Charmeleon from Legendary Collection that sold for $960. Folks, it still blows me away that a majority of these Reverse Holo cards from Legendary Collection and PSA 10 go for more than their rookie counterparts. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen a PSA 10 First Edition Shadowless Charmeleon from base set go for less than this card right here. I don't know, it's crazy to me. From Skybridge, we saw a Holo Jolteon that sold for $510. We saw this beautiful Ninetales from Aquapolis, sold for $650. And this Zapdos Holo, also from Aquapolis, sold this week for $860. Here is a Japanese Crystal Lugia that sold as a PSA 10 for $6,050. And then here we have a card from Team Magma versus Team Aqua. It's a holographic Absol in PSA 10 that sold for $710. Here is a Holo Ampharos from Unseen Forces that sold for $425. And then we're going to get into some insane Level.X card sales, starting with this Gengar Level.X that in PSA 10 sold for roughly $1,700 US. Here we saw a Garchomp Level.X. This is from Majestic Dawn Set in PSA 10 that sold for $5,100 this week. And if you're asking yourself why so much, well, some of these Level.X cards are extremely low pop. This Garchomp right here only has a population of 6 PSA 10 examples. And then here we saw a Honchkrow Level.X from Secret Wonders, sold for $5,600. And just like the Garchomp, extremely low population card, only having 4 PSA 10 copies. From Platinum Series, we saw a Dialga Holo that sold for $530. Here is a Celebi Holo from Mysterious Treasures, sold for $1,226. Here is a Japanese Stormfront Charizard, First Edition PSA 10, that sold for $1,525. And then here is a lot of PSA 10 base set unlimited holos. I believe the only holos that are missing are Raichu and Chansey, but all 14 of these cards right here sold for a grand total of $16,000. And that's pretty much all we saw on eBay this week that I could find. Here are a couple of auctions from PWCC. We saw a PSA 7 Gold Star Rayquaza that sold for $3,240. Now let me just say there are not a whole lot of set cards that grade a PSA 7 and still sell for over $3,000. Speaking of Gold Stars, here's a PSA 9 Gold Star Charizard that sold for $3,600 this week. Here is a beautiful Umbreon Holo from Skyridge in PSA 10, sold for $3,720. And then a first edition Shining Tyranitar from Neo Destiny sold this week for $3,960. Here we have a couple of cut Pokemon cards. This one here is a signed Ueyama card that sold as a PSA 10 for $6,900. And then we saw this card right here signed by Himino, got a illustration of Psyduck on it that sold for $8,100. Now, I'm not sure if I'm in the minority here, but these cards just ain't doing it for me, especially at the price tag of $8,100. They just, I don't know, I have no desire to have cards like this. Is this your cup of tea? Let me know. Back to some legendary collections. Here's a reverse holo Dark Blastoise in PSA 10. Sold for $3,840. And then last but not least, we have a CGC 9.5 reverse holo Charizard, also from Legendary Collection, that sold for $8,400. A short but sweet auctions recap. Let me know what you thought of all these auctions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, folks. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I will catch you all in my next one.